these two soldiers depicted in a relaxing moment are two of the main Greek heroes of the Trojan War. Let's learn more about it. Hi everyone and welcome back to Exploring Art. This is Alessandro, and in the previous video I promised today we would have looked at a beautiful example of visual art of the ancient Greek time. In particular, we are during the Archaic stage when it was very popular, the painting on potteries, and the artist Exekias was one of the best exponents of the technique. Achilles and Ajax engaged in a game is one of the finest examples of pottery art, and today we are going deeper on reading it. Yes, you heard correctly. These two guys are Achilles and Ajax. I think you know the story. If not, spoiler alert. But first of all, why painting on quotation marks? Because the technique is a mix of painting and engraving. You can learn more about it on my website exploringart.co. The black figure is the oldest style, and it goes more or less until the end of the Archaic stage, 500 BC. The black style started to be less appreciated, even if still used every now and then, when a new technique was discovered, the red figures. This new technique is an invention of the late 6th century, and it was not just a more fashionable choice. The red figures technique, in fact, allows to paint more details with a better final result. Anyway, some potters were real masters even with the black style, and Achilles and Ajax, engaged in a game, is a perfect example of that. Made between 540–530 BC, it depicts a simple scene but filled with a lot of information. It represents a moment of relaxation between the two Greek heroes, Achilles and Ajax, before the next battle during the Trojan War. How we are able to identify the characters? Because Exekias was super nice writing the names and making the work way easier to us for once. So we know that on the left we have Achilles and on the right Ajax, and we know also what they are saying since Achilles says Tessara, 4 in Greek, and Ajax 3, like in English, 3. And what it's also important is that Exekias signed the work of art. We will see that this habit is more common during the classical and Hellenistic stages. But in the archaic phase, it's something that is getting more popular, and it means a lot in art because it shows how the role of the artist is getting more and more important. This is an indication of how significant was the pottery art in Greece. The two heroes are ready for a battle in every moment since they are still holding the spears, wearing the armors, Achilles even his helmet, and the shields are close and ready. But are the spears to tell us a lot? While Achilles is holding his spears more loosely, Ajax seems to be more tense, clenching the spears in his fist and make them parallel. We can read this tension also on another detail, their legs. While Achilles' right foot is touching perfectly the ground, Ajax' one is lifted, pushing the calf and showing more tension. And he is also a bit more hunched over. The scene does seem to mean something wider than just a board game. In particular, the difficult fate that Ajax is going to face and the difference between him, great warrior but human, and Achilles, still human but almost invincible. Okay, now it's spoiler time. Actually, Ajax will outlive his close friend Achilles, carrying him outside the battlefield and fighting for his special armor. Ajax will not obtain it, and his anger will make him kill some Greeks, and humiliated, he killed himself. We can see Exekias' abilities on painting the details of the cloaks. They are fully decorated with floral and geometric patterns as well as Achilles' armor, giving to the full scene a better balance between the black of the figures and the red of the background. We are still far from a realism, in particular if we look at the faces that are almost identical except for the eyebrows. Ajax one, in fact, is slightly different, like to emphasize his tension. Anyway, it's still a great work of art for the technique and meaning. The black figure seems almost glowing and the details are realized with a syringe, creating a three-dimensional effect that catches the light. And about the meaning, still now we remember Achilles as a hero, so probably Ezekias wanted to represent in this simple episode the fork that could bring to the glory or end in life, like in a game. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you haven't done it yet, remember to subscribe and turn on the notifications, because in the next episode we are going to make one step more in the archaic stage. Ciao!